need to work out more. What is up, film lovers, movie buffs, and everybody else? I am David, the Film Junkie, and I'm bringing you a film review of a little tiny movie called The Man of Frickin' Steel. Yes, that's right, we finally have that highly anticipated movie of Superman, not a somewhat sequel, just a reincarnation of the Bryan Singer Superman Returns. Yeah, good job, Brandon Routh, for the Superman impression and Clark Kent impression, but hey, we needed something fresh. Anyways, The Man of Steel stars Henry Cavill, which everybody's been saying Cavill, including myself, but it's Cavill, tomato, tomato. Anyways, Amy Adams, Lawrence Fishburne, Michael Shannon, Russell Crowe, Kevin Costner, and Diane Lane. And The Man of Steel, of course, is a rebooted Superman story. You'll see a lot of origin within this story, which is what we were all looking forward to. We know that Christopher Nolan's attached to this. We know David Goyer helped write this. We know that Zack Snyder, of course, is helming the director's chair, which he did such movies as 300 and The Watchmen, and a little movie called Sucker Punch, which nobody really liked, but I kind of did. Schoolgirl skirts, man, I just dig them. Anyways, it starts off with, of course, the last son of Krypton being sent off into space towards Earth because Krypton is falling apart. It's literally exploding and weird stuff happens, and they really go in depth with Krypton, which is a lot more than the original. It's not just a bunch of crystals. There's a lot more. I mean, they've redesigned Krypton big time, and it's pretty epic scale. There's like creatures, and it's pretty interesting. And in the mix of all this, stuff about the Krypton exploding and everything, we got General Zod, of course, who is just evil, but he has good reasoning behind his evilness. He wants to save his people, and there's something I will not give away that's, the basis of why he's so evil and what he's trying to get. Like I said, it's gonna be spoiler free, don't worry. So anyway, some battles happen, and of course he gets imprisoned, not quite like the original where the three were in that little mirror glass thing, and similar to that, but not really at all. So we all know the story about, Superman or, Kal-El crashing down, and the little happy little country couple finds him, and of course they raise him as his own. Now they jump into it pretty quickly, because as soon as the ship crashes, all of a sudden you see him as a grown-up. And what they do here, which I actually like, and because I like unlinear stories. I don't like a story that's just, beginning, middle, end. I want some, I want it to jump around, and it does. You'll see a lot of him coping with growing up. Of course, he's got this incredible gift, and, he can't he can't show off his gift, or else, the government's going to show up at his door, and they're going to want to stick needles into him, even though they can't, but, they're going to want to know where the hell he came from. So there's a lot of flashbacks, and they do it pretty well, when he sees certain things or certain stuff happens, he flashes back to a certain event, and you just see, you kind of see his life unfold as a kid into teenage years, and then, yes, until now. Then, of course, General Zod and his people that got imprisoned come to Earth because they're looking for Kal-El, and they're looking for this other thing too, and then of course they threaten humanity by saying, hey, we'll destroy the world if you don't turn him over to us. So naturally, Kal-El, Superman, is going to fight him. What did I think of the movie? Freaking awesome, epic. That's pretty much what I was saying when I walked out. It is epicness, epicosity of effing epicness. Did that even make sense? No, but you get what I'm saying. Yes, I really enjoyed Man of Steel. It was awesome, very well done. Let's talk about the performances first. Of course, Henry Cavill as Superman. How did he do as Superman? Good job. Now, of course, no one's going to ever embody Superman like Christopher Reeve did. I mean, let's face it, that guy was just born to play Superman. He will always be Superman. There's nobody else that's going to do better than him. But Henry Cavill comes in second because he does an excellent Superman. Even though, they mainly call him Kal-El, which is, it's kind of cool. It's like I said, this is a total reimagining of Superman. Amy Adams is Lois Lane. I liked her as Lois Lane. Definitely better than Kate Bosworth from Superman Returns. She's ambitious. She's not afraid. I mean, she's a damsel in distress in more of an intergalactic. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. It's a little more extreme. Of course, you can tell by the trailers. This is just an epic movie. Michael Shannon as General Zod. I liked him. He did excellent. And Michael Shannon, honestly, is one of my top 5 favorite actors right now. Anything I've seen that guy in recently, he's done an excellent job. Fantastic job. This guy has acting chops like just A+, A+. So I was really looking forward to what he was going to do with General Zod. And he really didn't make it his own, but I mean, you can't really blame him because, I mean, I think with the writing, with the script, there could have been a little more added to his character. I mean, to have a really good superhero movie, you have to have an awesome villain. I mean, look at The Dark Knight and look at the Avengers. Now, I'm not saying that Michael Shannon had to pull off a Heath Ledger or a Loki. I can't remember the guy's real name, but I wasn't expecting that. But I was like thinking, okay, it's Michael Shannon, great actor. He's gonna pull out something good. And, you know, he did excellent for what he had, and I think they just didn't write his character better than they should have. Kevin Costner, yeah, good job. I know you've had some up and down, you know, you had some shitters and whatever, but you know, he does an excellent job in this movie as Jonathan Kent. He actually keeps young Clark in check. You know, every time they show the flashbacks when he was a kid and growing up, you know, he's always telling him like, hey, don't do that, don't do that. Even though Clark would sometimes be like, yeah, want to do stuff, and of course, you know, sometimes he does. I mean, but yeah, he kind of keeps Clark in check. He has a lot of good dialogue with, you know, he just overall does a good job. Russell Crowe does a fantastic job as Jor-El too. I mean, obviously we can only compare him to Marlon Brando, and you know, he does an excellent job. He's throughout the movie, you know, he's in and out too. So I mean, they both have, Kevin Costner and Russell Crowe have pretty equal time, you know, being the fathers, and it's funny how you got the Earth dad and then you got the Krypton dad. I mean, it's a stable balance. It's a good balance between those two characters. Now, some gripes about the movie is I was kind of shocked or kind of thrown off by Zack Snyder's cinematography. Not saying it was bad, but I was like hoping for smooth, you know, smooth shots and 300 like shots, but he does a lot of shaky camera, and there's times too where he like zooms in real quick like an old kung fu movie on stuff, on special effects, which it took me a while to get used to, and it was like, okay, well, we got this, it's fine. Some of the other characters, you don't really get to know them too well, like Lawrence Fishburne's as Perry White, you don't really get to know him too well, and Lois Lane, you don't really get to know her that well too. You know she's ambitious, you know she's Lois Lane, and she is also a little convenient, you know, she's conveniently there a little too much sometimes, but it's okay. It's a Superman movie, whatever. Overall, it's a great Superman movie. Don't expect like the old Superman, the happy-go-lucky Superman. This is a darker Superman, which I'm thinking all DC characters need to be dark like this. Marvel is, I'm gonna get into it when I get the Justice League rant going. I'm still gonna do that. Anyways, overall, excellent movie. It is a great superhero movie. It's no Dark Knight. Don't think it's gonna be like that caliber, you know, that kind of story, because I think if Christopher Nolan did write and direct this movie, it would have been not a lot better, but it would have been better. But you know, he just was overlooking it. It's fine. It's a good movie, guys. If you like Superman, if you like superhero movies, go see it. I mean, I could see the gripes of people saying it's overkill with the action, because it's like, hey, we got drama, and then all of a sudden they're crashing into buildings. Then we stop, take a breath. Drama, then they're crashing into buildings. I mean, Metropolis is gonna be recovering for about 10 years after this one, gang, as you could tell from the trailer. But yeah, the nerd boy inside me didn't care. It was awesome. Special effects were great. Go see it. If you like Superman, if you like superhero movies, even if you don't like Superman that much, go see it. All right, guys, hit that like, thumbs up button if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Well, I'm David, the Film Junkie, and yes, Casual Batman. He is, you know, he's a little upset, okay? I know some of you wondering where Casual Batman's been. He wants to do his own personal review of The Man of Steel, so look forward to that maybe like next week or sometime, okay? Beware. He's gonna say probably weird stuff. Anyways, guys, talk to you later.